When people come to me and they are looking to change the type of people that they're attracting into their life, they're ready for a long-term relationship. They usually don't like the answer that I give them immediately is I want to get them to a place where they actually don't want to be in a relationship. And the reason I get that is because when you're in the having state, that's actually when you will attract the partner that is a true match to your highest secure self. When you're in a wanting state, you are usually wanting something to fill you up. You're wanting something, and which implies a lack within you, and you are going to attract from that lack place. And so I take clients through a bunch of steps that get us to that place. And once we get to that place, then we actually are so fulfilled with the relationship with ourselves that a relationship with that other person is a bonus. And unless it adds beauty and value and joy to our lives, we're not going to get in a relationship. You know, I work with a lot of women, especially in this area, and God bless us, the amount of insecurity we have and the choices from low self-esteem we have made and the relationships we have chosen to be in. Once you do this work and we reflect on what we've been vibrating at, we're quite shocked. I know was shocked when I came to the realization of like what I had been attracting in past relationships. You know, the only common denominator in your past relationships is you. It's not them. It's you. And the beauty of that is you have the power to change who you attract. Also, when you become secure in yourself and you know your worth and you know you value, you vibrate at a different place. So you attract different people to you, but you also just are a lot more assured and calm, and you kind of naturally sort of have a bigger picture of life. You know, I think a lot of us in relationships, I always say relationships are our opportunity to look in a mirror and expand in love for ourselves. And as we go in the path and people get into relationships or people come to me and they're in relationships, and we start off a lot of the time and then saying what's wrong with their partner or what their partner needs to change. And I'm like, you know what? Your partner doesn't have to change. That is who they are. You're either okay with it or you're not. You can express your desire once, how you feel. If they would like to make a change in that direction, they can. But most people, including myself back in the day, would be with someone and say, if they just did this, and this, then it would all be okay. And it's just this never ending list. It's never going to get done because the real problem was I didn't love myself in those areas. I didn't value myself in those areas. I wanted this person to make me feel a certain way about myself. And that is not their job. It is not someone else's job to make me feel good about me. I feel good about me. And sure, it's nice to have that. It's lovely to have love. It's lovely to have that experience of love. But it's much more lovely to have that experience of love coming from a place when I already love myself. And I really believe that the honeymoon period are those glimpses where we're in that giving state, right? We're not in that, what am I going to get? What am I going to get? And we're in that giving state. We meet someone, we're thinking of them. We're not thinking of ourselves. And then all of a sudden we're like, start thinking of ourselves. Well, what am I getting? What am I getting? What am I getting? And then all of a sudden the other person's like, what am I getting? What am I getting? What am I getting? And you end up with two people in a relationship saying, what am I getting? And that it's completely lost because they're not filling up their own well and they are expecting the other person to fill their well. That no one's listening to anyone, you know? And the core issue of it is it's never about the surface stuff. It's never about the coffee cup left on the kitchen counter. It's never about that you didn't call me when you said I was going to call. It's about, I feel insecure. I feel not worthy. I feel not loved. I don't feel safe. And unless we have those bigger conversations about what's really going on in relationships and taking the self-responsibility to address what is our part, we will continue to not have the full joy that is possible of experiencing life alongside, I say alongside, not to joining of hearts and all that business, alongside another person. And so I love working with my clients and with people that come to me from a place of insecurity and low self esteem, because that's where I came from. And I made choices from that state. And to then see your own worth and then have that reflected back to you in the people in your life, it's just magical. It's just magical. And it's icing on the cake. And you deserve it. Everybody deserves it. And I really wish that for you.